Hey everyone, the reason why I couldn't post yesterday is because I had to fix my phone, but we're back, so here we go.
How is it going today, Lois
Flawless.
Dwayne?
Name's Jasmine.
We're Dwayne Jazz, we have Eternals movie review.
Yes, I want to keep saying the Eternals, but no.
Yeah, so just Eternals. Before we even get into the movie review, spoilers.
Of course.
We're gonna
it's
spoil
be
the heck out of this movie,
so,
alright?
You know,
Cool.
It's in the title,
spoil
so.
whatever.
Also, if you guys haven't reached us, please follow our social media in the link in the description. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Let's dive on it. Let's talk about it.
Okay, so from our movie theater showing, we got not a refund, but like we got like a movie, see whatever movie we want after this for free on them. Because when I was watching the movie, I wasn't saying it out loud, but I was definitely thinking it. That
it's
this
a little
movie
dark.
was very dark.
Looking,
Very-
not the movie itself
Yeah,
being
not
dark,
the theme, like
but
the
the lighting in the
it
movie theater.
looked dark and stuff, and like I couldn't really see some scenes, but like I was trying to make it out the best I could. And
Yeah.
then like the employees at the end were giving us free tickets to another movie because they're just like, that's their fault with how the lighting
went.
looked on the movie, so
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
on them. But even with all of that, the movie was still beautiful.
It was
Like,
very
it was
beautiful.
Still great.
I was like, yo, this movie, it looked just eye candy, like
It's visually pleasing.
visually pleasing. So let's
Yeah.
get to the plot. So we have the Eternals, and the Eternals are basically, I would quote them as gods. They're not really gods, but in the sense that to us, they're gods because we brought like folklore and stuff like that, like Gilgamesh. You got Athena in there. You got Icarus. He flew too close to the sun. Got his wings clipped. Whatever. We got Sprite. We got a whole bunch of stuff from our civilization about these gods, but they're not really gods. They are basically soldiers for the Celestials to go on Earth to protect humans from deviants who are also made by the Celestials.
Yeah.
And come to find out, the deviants was made to the Celestials to be the apex predator of a planet. And I think, what's his name? Who was the main Celestial? Arisha. I think that was the red Celestial that made the deviants. He, I can't remember his name right now. I'm just missing it. Ashram, whatever. He made these damn deviants. He let them be able to evolve, and then they stopped following the command and started attacking the intelligent life forms. And these intelligent life forms are, if enough of them is on the planet, it used to birth another Celestial.
Yeah, so basically the Eternals' job was to stop the deviants from feeding on the thing that's feeding the new Celestial to be born.
Yep.
And so basically they're just like pawns, but they don't know that until like, later on in the movie.
Yep.
And come to find out that every time they have done this many times.
Many times.
And their
They birth many
memory,
Celestials.
their memory has just been reset every single time.
Yep.
So that they won't be like,
Self-aware-ish.
aware of like what
'Cause
their actual mission was, because all they know is that they have to take out the deviants and
Yeah.
protect humans. But like, no, you are doing that. They didn't
are.
lie.
Yeah, you are.
They didn't lie, but they didn't tell them the big picture
Yeah.
around it, basically. And I like this movie. First of all, a lot of people drag this movie apparently,
Yeah.
and people always go like, "Oh, Rotten Tomatoes said it was bad." First of all, get your own opinion.
Get your own opinion.
Get your own opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't care what none of these reviewers say. Go watch movies if you want to see how it is. Cool. I don't know why they dragged it. I don't know if it's because we don't know a lot of the Eternals.
I don't know anything
like,
about
lore.
the Eternals or Celestials.
Yeah. Maybe it's
Those.
because we don't know
Yeah,
much.
I think that's the
about
big
that.
thing is that we don't know much about the Eternals,
Yeah.
and there's probably a lot more to it. But you know how Marvel is.
Yeah.
For newcomers, they wanted to make things as simple as possible, and then maybe go deeper into the lore as possible.
Cool.
For what I saw, I
liked
the movie. I thought it was visually pleasing. I thought the story was really good, and it was like the whole time these Eternals are fighting, they're fighting within themselves. Because you got Icarus over here saying that I don't want to betray the Celestials who created me and stuff like that, and who gives you guys the right to? Because it said if they stop the Celestial from destroying planet Earth, then other billions of other life forms, because I think the
Will
Celestial
cease to
will
exist.
cease to exist. And so who gives you guys the right to stop the Eternal from making more life? And that me and Jazz were talking about that on the ride home.
That's
like,
not a bad story.
Because it's a moral, like, you have to like sit there and think, like it's a moral like thing that you're kind of battling with, and it's kind of like, okay, like just because I like this thing, I'm saying that these other billions of life forms don't deserve to become a thing because I like this thing.
But
you know?
yeah, but is it also okay to wipe
not-
out another civilization
Yeah.
to create another
And-
more civilization?
Yeah, on the other hand, it's like you're then sacrificing the things that you have come to love for something else to be born. It's like destruction in life. It's like a cycle.
Yeah.
And it's like how do you get the decision to make that call? And that's like the same thing that like we were saying before, like how like they felt like they were pawns and stuff to just like feed the celestial and everything. I'm just like, that's just like how like we don't really hunt anymore. But like that's how like we have literally like slaughterhouses like for cows, like where they bred to be slaughtered till the time that they are nice and good for them to turn into a burger. And nobody feels bad. Well, some people do.
Some people do.
Vegans and vegetarians, but majority of people don't care.
I definitely ate less. I definitely ate less meat. I don't eat meat like I used to. We still eat meat.
I'm about to say, we eat chicken all the time. What are you talking about?
But I don't eat it like I used to go to McDonald's. It'd be lunch, breakfast, and dinner eating meat. What you mean? It used to be lunch, breakfast, and dinner eating meat. Now it is just dinner eating meat. Right.
Well,
okay.
Back to the movie.
Okay, I'm just saying.
The movie basically selling upon that. And I like how everybody's individual like powers were and their different personalities and everything.
They also name dropped Superman.
Oh yeah, they did.
Icarus is basically Superman.
Yes, they were talking about like DC characters and everything.
Yeah.
So I was just like, that's really cool how this Marvel, and that's what made it kind of not feel like a Marvel movie at the same time.
Yeah,
because they were mentioning Superman. They were mentioning Superman and how he was a cape and everything. So they know exactly who this dude is.
They name dropped Batman as well one time early in the movie.
Batman as well. So I was just like, oh wow, like we're really doing this.
Then also the Deviants. They were also fighting against the Deviants. There was one evolved Deviant that was able to steal the Eternals' power
and kill them.
So I thought that was a pretty good. And then it also had like some moments where they jump scared you.
Yes, they did.
I
don't know if it's because we had the dim lit. Movies that scared us. And they also had like a sex scene. It didn't really show too much, but like you knew that they were having sex. And that's why I was like, oh, Marvel don't really usually show that.
Yeah, and they also had butt naked, but like you know they was on top of each other.
You knew what was happening. You're right.
Also, they had a gay couple in there.
Yeah, and I like that.
Yeah, and I like that too. Unfortunately, it's being banned in other countries because homosexuality is still illegal in other countries. But it's just like, and then they had like they had Druid that had possession powers, and he also made me definitely Jazz. Go ahead and speak on it.
Okay. So there was a scene so for Druid's power, right? He could control people's minds and basically
possess them.
Possess them to do whatever he wants them to do. And so he was facing a conflict with the group because they weren't supposed to interfere with human problems unless it involved a deviant. And he's seeing people just go ahead and go to war against each other and killing each other, and which is really bad. And so he's like, I have the power to stop all of this and to make it peaceful, but you guys don't want me to. I'm just supposed to I have the power to stop this, but
I would have forced it.
I'm just not supposed to. I'm just supposed to sit there and just watch them kill each other and everything. And I felt that. I'm like, man, because if you wanted it, if I had the power to make stuff peaceful, I probably would too.
I would.
I probably would too. So that's why I was like, man, I feel you. And same thing with Faustus, I think that's his name. And he was the one that was kind of like the engineer. He could make technology and everything like that. And him, when he broke down crying because of what happened at Hiroshima, and saying with him helping them and helping the humans led to this tragedy happening. And he was like, Druid was right. These people are they can't be saved. They just keep fighting each other. And I was just man.
I never understood
because I'm like, yes, as humanity, we are just always fighting and killing everybody for what?
For what?
And it always be over disagreements. We could disagree, and now just because you don't think the same as me, I gotta kill you now. Why?
Ridiculous.
So I felt him. I was like, man, I feel your statement, man. Earth is ghetto. I don't know. This is ghetto.
And it's just and on top of that, what are we fighting for? At the end of the day, what are we actually fighting for? Right. Not killing everyone. So it's
a lot of moral pulling and tugging in this movie.
Questioning about hypothesizing.
And I love Cena. I already love Angelina Jolie, but I love Cena's character because she's supposed to be a warrior goddess and everything. And I love those types.
Yeah, you do.
And yes, I like how she was kind of paired up with Gilgamesh, who could kind of be the only one out of the group that could calm her down.
Yeah.
She's she's like the Hulk and he's like Black Widow.
Yes.
100%.
That.
Hey, calm down. Don't.
Calm down.
She had this. What was it?
They had, I forgot what
I
disease
forgot
they
what
called
the
it,
disease was
but come to
called.
find out the disease was just her remembering the past times they went to other planets to make a celestial be born.
And it was making it seem like she was dying.
It almost seemed like she had Alzheimer's.
Right. You mean Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
I don't know. They pronounced it weirdly. Somebody corrected me from saying Alzheimer's, and they was like, no, it's Alzheimer's. So I just went with whatever.
Yeah.
But basically, that disease, which is a very bad disease, but like they made it seem like that.
Having memory because like everybody's memories were wiped
Yeah.
every time that they go to a planet to take on the deviant.
Actually, reverse Alzheimer's. She remembered.
Yeah, she was remembering stuff that she was supposed to have forgotten, and it was like her past lives basically fighting on a planet that was getting.
Watch yoga videos ad-free.
Emerged from the celestial that's being born, and so that makes everybody die.
Which is
and
wild.
So that's what was making her like fight everybody, no matter who it was. And, and they're calling it a sickness, and it wasn't. It was just very cool. Like it was very, very cool, man.
And so,
I don't know.
let's just get to the ending of the movie. You know how Marvel is. You get to the end of the movie, they have a fight. Icarus versus the whole
Icarus
squad.
Was basically like
because
Omni-Man.
Yeah, he was Omni-Man. He was
Superman,
Superman, Omni-Man.
Invincible, he was Omni-Man. Okay,
Yeah.
just think about it. Like he legit walked into the room with everybody and attacked them. Like that's what it was.
He killed their leader Ajax. Who's remembered all the times they destroyed the planet and was basically like, I'm not gonna go against the Celestials. He fights the whole squad, and then you still got the Deviant. Athena kills that Deviant.
And that's what was kind of funny too, because like he was fighting his I wouldn't even call them siblings, but kind of are.
They like his family.
But
they like family.
when he was fighting his family, let me say that. Evolved Deviant came out of nowhere and hit him.
Right.
So that's what made me laugh. I was like, a new fighter.
A new fighter has arrived. He was trying to absorb all their powers because the Evolved Deviant evolved to be able to speak. Because first he was like a beast, and then now he started standing up, right? Me and Jesse him transforming and talking. We was like, oh, whoa.
Oh my God.
And so he was like, they didn't tell you the whole story. We deserve to be alive.
And that's why I kind of felt it too, because once the Deviant evolved to the point that he could talk and he explained to them why he's doing what he's doing, he's like, look, we're fighting for the same thing.
Right.
You're fighting so that you can stay alive and so that humans can stay alive, but we want to live too.
Yep.
We want to live and we don't want the Celestial to kill us. So that's why I'm trying to suck up your powers. So that way I can go after the Celestial.
So that's what they ended up doing, is they ended up basically killing the Celestial Earth. I think his name's Tiamat. Tiamat. Said Tiamat. Whatever. I'm trying to learn. It was just a lot getting thrown at me and all this stuff. So basically they was able to get together and mind melt basically and be able to take the Eternal down and killed him. And then they essentially it almost was like too good to be true. And me and Jazz, I think we both felt that. Like, it ain't over. It's
definitely not over because they went against Ostrom, so he's definitely gonna come back for him, which he did.
Which was very cool, by the way, how he pulled up on them.
Yep. So like half the group went back on the ship to go tell the other Eternals at other planets and everything what the real deal was. They don't know either.
Yep.
And the ones that came to family and they have a boyfriend or they want to live their life as a regular person, they stayed on Earth, but then they got picked up and taken back by Ostrom because he was like, you guys basically defied me. And he's going to look through the memories to see if they are deemed worthy enough for them to stay.
Yeah.
So that's going to happen. So that's going to continue on to the next movie. But we got to talk about the end credits.
Yeah, the end credits. He spared Earth, by the way, before we go into the end credits. He spared Earth.
So, he spared Earth. Now, the thing with the end credits, okay, let's say this, that we don't know much about the Eternals, like, back history, right?
Yeah.
So, there was somebody that came on the ship with Thena and the others. And it was kind of like they teleported. It looked like this little, like...
This troll?
Troll-ish
character.
Dude.
He looked like he was from he looked like he was from what is it? Colors from Thanos. I mean, not Thanos. I'm sorry. We're gonna get to that. But where is he from? He's from the Nine Realms. He looked like he's from the Nine Realms. One of the Nine Realms, whatever.
Okay.
The little troll. So we thought at first it was Thor. We was like,
Thor was coming
because
the
Thor.
colors of the thing and everything.
Right. Thor is supposed to be the protector of Midgard, which is Earth. So we thought Thor. That was Thor. We first saw it because he's like the cup looked like it's from Jotunheim or something. I don't know. I ain't some mythology like that. But so we thought it was him, and then all of a sudden we see who?
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles playing Thanos' brother.
Arrows.
What?
And
we was sitting there like,
is he going to sing me to death?
Right.
What? Like I was just like, okay, so now Harry Styles is in the MCU.
Yes, sir.
I know probably a lot of what is he?
A lot of people.
One Direction.
One Direction.
A lot of One Direction fans going crazy right now. They probably saw me there. Oh my God, Harry! No, I was confused.
We was confused. I didn't know. First of all, I don't know the Eternals that much, or who Eros was. But
and then Cersei, because there's two end credits, and Cersei's boyfriend, he was about to say something about who he really is. He was like, "There's no more secrets." After he found out she was an Eternal, and then she got picked up by Ostrom before he could say it, and then it goes back to a scene where he's like picking up this sword type thing, inside
inside this crate, and it's like death. It's like death. It says something in some different language, and it's like death. It's something about death in it. And I can't remember what it is right now. But
I can't remember right now.
And the sword is all mystical. He's about to pick it up and touch it. And then some voice comes out of nowhere and is like, "Sure, you want to pick it up?" I said, "Whoa, who's that?"
Yeah, and we never saw who it was.
And we was like, "Oh my God."
If a random voice tell you sure, just be like, "Nope. Nope."
So what is going on? So the character is supposed to be Black Knight, and we did a little research. You know, we tried.
I had to see who that was.
I was like, "Who is this, and why is it important?"
And it was somebody named Black Knight. I don't know who that is either, so that really didn't give me that too much information. But to you guys, y'all can let us know in the comments.
Yes,
so,
please, yes.
It's
so
a
that's
lot.
It's a lot. This movie was a lot, and it was good. For us, it was
Yes.
good. We're gonna do more research on the regular Eternals comic book version to see what might be like the difference and why people might not like it as much. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, but anyway, guys, comment below, let us know.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.